Mula, good morning. Thank you very much for coming in.
Good morning. Thanks for having us.
Before we get into the protest action and stuff, just overall, why have you decided it's time to demand such action?
Well, we have a campaign that has been going on, a campaign against what we call inappropriate policies and laws, as well as a campaign against illicit trade. So tobacco happens to be one of a couple of products that we think should not be traded illicitly and should not be produced illegally.
So who are the people that are actually being affected? How is it affecting people on the ground? Who's being affected when it comes to illegal cigarettes and them pouring into the country?
Well, you know, as far as we're saying that illicit trade of cigarettes means that job losses, because you know, these products may be smuggled into the country. Those that are produced locally may be produced under what we call sweatshops conditions. But also, you know, health, it's an issue, because cheaper priced cigarettes means that they are easily and readily available for the youth. And it's not easy for smokers to quit, because this, you know, they can afford it. Remember, sin taxes were meant to discourage people from smoking, or rather discourage people from taking up smoke. And then also the revenue to the fiscus. So those three objectives informs our campaign.
Why are you marching then to the National Treasury?
Well, on the 6th of March, we actually staged the march to SARS, and SARS made all sorts of promises, but now we think it's about time that the Treasury, as the line ministry responsible for SARS, must jump in, push SARS to do its work, but more importantly, fund SARS to build capacity to clamp down on these illicit traders.
Okay, you're looking for a solution from the National Treasury because the fiscus is losing money because of illicit trade. Absolutely.
And there's been a report from Ipsos that was published that close to 7 billion rands a year has been lost from the fiscus.
Now, Katishi, you are aware of the tobacco bill and the arguments around that. We had experts from both sides last week talking about this, and the concern is that if the bill comes, or if and when it comes into effect, is that it's going to affect informal traders regardless. So have you considered that whether, you know, there is the illegal cigarettes are flooding the market, or whether they're selling legal product as well, that it's going to be difficult for them either way? And I just like your comment on that, because I understand what your fight is for, but on the bigger picture-wise, it seems like informal traders being able to sell even legal cigarettes is going to be a problem after this.
No, that's true, and that's why we're saying that the new bill should not be draconian in nature. By the way, we support some of the aspects of the bill, including that in a car, a non-smoker has the right not to inhale smoking by a smoker. You know, we even say the law must not even say up to 12 years. It should be more, that even a granny that is a passenger in a car has the right not to inhale smoking. But when it comes to informal traders selling sticks of cigarettes, they will be affected because more people, you know, the bill is quite draconian. We are even saying that plain packaging of cigarette, it's not right, because it will feed into illicit traders. They will jump at the opportunity and sell their cigarettes illicitly or illegally. We believe that there must be graphic packaging, whether it's lungs that are affected by cigarette, that we can welcome, but not plain packaging, because
so you're not going to make this also a focus of your march or your message tomorrow during this march? Is it this too will affect us?
We will raise it, but the focus really of the march tomorrow is clamping down against illicit traders.
Who's supporting you in that march? Are you on your own as FAO, or you got other sectors of society supporting you?
Well, we've got the taverners, we've got informal traders that will be joining the march. So it's broad-based.
Tobacco farmers, local, do we have some tobacco farmers in South Africa?
We do. Limpopo, Northwest have tobacco leaf growers, and they will be coming to the march.
Okay, now you are demanding the immediate ban on cheap cigarettes and the illicit trade. What else will be on that memorandum tomorrow when you hand it over to the National Treasury?
Well, that really SARS must build its capacity, and it must enforce the law. Remember, from each pack of cigarettes, it is expected that maximum collectible tax is about 17 rand 85 cents. So if you sell cigarette at 10 rand, it means you don't pay tax. And that's the logic of it.
So what happens? Is there a deadline? You're going to do this march tomorrow. Are you providing a deadline? Are you saying we want to see the stop, we want to see you take action at a certain point, and then what will you do?
Well, we hope to receive a response within 14 days of delivery of the march, and then if there is no positive news coming from the Treasury, the mass action will continue to roll out. Yeah.
More protests?
More protests, yeah. And remember, this illicit trade on cigarettes, it's not only cigarettes. You have poultry, you have white spirits. I mean, even pharmacy products, whether it's Vicks or Zambac, those things are fake. Some of them, they are readily available in villages and townships.
But you'll have to have cooperation, I'm assuming, Katishi, from the informal traders, because they're buying them from, you know, they would know where these are coming from as well. They sometimes end up on their tables as well.
Yeah, we would wish that they come to the party, they work with us. But at the end of the day, Treasury and SARS are at the cutting edge of this thing. In fact, South African police services must work with SARS to clamp down on this illegal.
As we end, my sense is, besides you looking after the members of the Union FAO, Food and Allied Workers Union, one of your main objectives is to deal with illicit trade going forward.
Yes.
Correct, as a union.
Yeah, as a union.
Focusing on that.
Yeah.
Thank you very much. So that's the General Secretary of the Food and Allied Workers Union, Tate Katishi Masimula.